Hi, this is your reading for April 13th, your intuitive cocktail. And I'm Kelly Sue Peters. And I am pulling cards for the 13th. So, okay. And the first card that just fell out is this, the Six of Pentacles. So, if your money and resources have been misaligned, if things have been out of balance, things should start to shift immediately. Venus just went direct today at 6 o'clock, 6:02 on the Pacific coast, and so, 9:02 in the East Coast, etc. So you should be able to feel the shift. If not immediately, within the next few days, things will start to really turn around. And then the next card that I've got for you is the Star. So that is like, go ahead and, this is that star of actually the star of Venus, which is that 7-pointed star. And this is an angel, and she is, uniting the grounded earth realm with the intuitive realm, with the divine realm. And this is all about like really trusting in your higher power, in your your own intuitions, just really reconnecting to your vision. And remember that, I don't know about other scriptures, but I know that in the Bible it says that people without vision perish. And so this is, ask your guides, ask God or the divine, whatever, the universe, for a vision for you. This is a good time to do that. Tomorrow's Sunday, so it's a good time to sit down and just be quiet and listen and tune into your higher power and know like what is your path forward. And sometimes it's a moment-to-moment thing, honestly. I mean, sometimes it just means like, but really what it is it's just letting go of all the fears that you have that things won't work out, all the doubts that come up and shout at you when you want to align yourself with your dreams and your vision and what you want to see happen in your life. And of course, that vision was put in your heart by the divine. So it's not, so what you really want, the things that you really want for yourself, for your life, are put in your heart for a reason. They aren't random. So let yourself work toward that vision. Because when we follow what we desire most, what we want most with our hearts, it actually becomes, it's how we become a blessing. Like our blessings, our gifts and talents become a blessing for everyone else when you follow them. Because there's a reason why you have them. We're all part of this bigger picture. And so when we don't show up for ourselves, we also don't show up for God or for our higher power. And, that vision hopefully comes first for you. If you're a mom, then of course your kids come first, but even so, spirit should be number one, and then you, and then your kids, so that everyone is, being taken care of, and you're being able to serve the way that you're supposed to serve, not supposed to, but you know what I mean. It's like the way that the divine would have you do it. So the next thing that we have is the reversed Knight of Swords. So these are the people that might want to come up and challenge your vision, challenge your goals. It's like also that doubting spirit that comes up whenever you kind of like think, is this meant for me? Is this, where you start second guessing yourself? This can be an actual person who likes to really fill your head with self-doubt, that likes to like shout down your self-belief and wants you to feel like this isn't for you, or how dare you, who do you think you are? It's that kind of stuff. So release that back to wherever it came from And trust, this is the moon, so trust in your intuition, trust your gut instincts, tune in. There are things that you are not able to see right now, and that's just the way that it goes. When you're following your vision, sometimes you don't have a giant, broadcast from God saying, this is what you must do, but you have like these daily quiet nudges that tell you, hey, sing, or, go by that place and look at the art supplies, or, you get directed to a website that has like a connection for artists, or you decide that you're going to reach for your goals and design your jewelry finally. It's that part of you, that like inner knowing that leads you in the right direction. And usually when people say, I don't know if it's right, or if it's my intuition, or if it's, if it's just like, so as I was saying, trust in what a hunch that you get. Sometimes intuition isn't like this, loud thing. It's like a feeling, in your gut, like, oh. And you can tell most, like if you really want to understand how intuition works, then you have to think about the fact that when, of all the times that you have been really close to being harmed or something, and instinctively you just move out of the way, or you steer your car really quickly out of the way before you have a chance to even think about it. You don't like have a debate with yourself like, oh, I think I should avoid this semi on the freeway. Like if it gets in your lane suddenly, you just do it. Because if we all like really thought and overthought and went back and forth, we'd be squashed. We wouldn't be here. Those urges are like yourself, that you think are self-preservation, but they're also directly from God, from spirit. Because if you didn't have those, you wouldn't be able to fulfill your mission. And so this is like, God trying to help you be nudged in the right direction to fulfill whatever your destiny is. So trust your instincts. Even if they don't make sense, you still need to really follow them. Every time in my life when I have not listened to what I was hearing, or usually with me it's an actual voice that I can hear. So every time I've ever questioned it, which is very rare, or argued with it, I've very quickly found out the reason why. And sometimes it wasn't an immediate thing. Like one time there was someone that my ex wanted to hire that I didn't feel good about, and I had no logical reason for it. He was highly recommended. He seemed like a good person, and I trusted the person that recommended him. But then later, I don't want to have to put a trigger warning, but later something happened that made it very clear that was the reason why I felt that way, and it was traumatizing. So I won't repeat what happened here because I don't want to trigger anyone, but trust your gut and trust the smallest voice, because those are the ones that are leading you in the right direction. And usually what happens is those get shouted down by logic, and so we want to avoid giving into things that are going to stop us from going after what our dreams are. And this is, also here's another thing that's really important. This is the Four of Pentacles, and it looks like this curmudgeonly guy if you look at it this way. But this is also about like keep your, so as I was saying, keep your goals and your vision, only don't share them with everyone, keep them, play your cards close to the vest, as they say. Keep yourself, protect your goals and your vision and the things, that you hear, or, like, for example, when, this is a reference from the Bible, and I don't want to offend people that are not Christian, but, especially, and I don't want to be associated with the creepy type Christians that are, all about power and greed and infringing on people's freedom and rights and everything else, because I don't believe that is the message that Jesus had. But anyway, at least not if you read the whole Bible. Anyway, but you know, when the Archangel Gabriel came to Mary in the garden and told her, you know, she was going to have a baby, she kept that to herself, you know? She didn't go talking about it. There are certain things that you are given, like spiritual gifts or, you know, like ideas that come to you, and you need to keep those private until the right time. And until it's, you know, a safe place for you to put it out there. Also, the woman that invented Spanx, Sarah, she, if you follow her, you can follow her on Instagram, and she talks about the fact that she kept things to herself, because if she would have told everyone, they would have, like, you know, they would have not believed her. They wouldn't have thought, you know, that she could do that and become very, very successful. So she completely followed her gut all the way. And Lady Gaga did tell everyone. And she got made fun of a lot, but she's got a really strong personality and vision, and not all of us have that. And we all have different gifts and different talents and things that we're supposed to be doing. So follow your gut about those things. And if you feel like you shouldn't share that with everyone, then zip your lips until the time is right. Things need to incubate too, you know, literally. So just like if you're pregnant, you know, obviously things are going to incubate. It's kind of like when you have a big idea, it's almost like you're pregnant with this idea and you want to keep it safe and protect it until the time is right. And you'll know when that is. Those things have a way of just divinely revealing the right time. So anyway, I am Kelly Sue. This has been your intuitive cocktail for April 13th. I wish you the most beautiful, blessed day. Namaste. And remember to listen to the inner voice, the inner urges. Okay.